You notice something different about Generational Studios today, T-Mac? Just have a look around. Have a look around at your surroundings.
Foam padding.
That's always been there. That's always been there.
Downlighting.
That's always been there.
Bag of lollies.
There's a bag of lollies here.
Yeah, why?
And why would there be a bag of lollies? Who brought a bag of lollies in T-Mac? Did you bring a bag of lollies?
I didn't bring a bag of lollies.
There's only one other person in the room. I guess that means I brought a bag of lollies in, which I did, T-Mac, because I love the cast and I'm fond of you. I thought, you know what? Let's get some lollies on the show.
That's unreal.
And it's a bit of a sugar kick as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
go on. What are we talking here? A party mix of some sort?
The lollies will go unnamed. The brand will go unnamed due to them not sponsoring the show.
Sure.
So let's just go ahead and say they're Allen's. Okay.
Okay, let's say that.
They're Allen's lollies.
Uh-huh.
Well, they're not. They're natural confectionery.
Okay.
They're lovely as well.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's give ourselves a bit of a sugar kick.
Let's do this.
Because when you and me are high on sugar, the listeners win.
The shit goes out of hand.
The listeners win. It's not about you and me, T-Mac. So grab yourself a lolly.
Okay, I'm going to grab
yourself a lolly. And let me tell you about my week.
Okay.
I was downstairs the other day. Wayne Carey, legendary footballer Wayne Carey from the 90s, North Melbourne, great player of the forward line, kicking the goals with his feet in the AFL.
None of this means a thing to me.
Said hi to me downstairs.
Okay.
So one of our friends of the podcast, the sport guy.
Yep.
The sport guy was actually having a conversation with him. I wandered over, said hi to the sports guy, and Wayne Carey, because he's quite famous.
Yep.
Obviously thought that I was just sort of coming over to say hi to him.
Right.
Which I kind of was, kind of wasn't.
Yep.
Anyway, he sort of nervously said hi to me, right? He's like, hey, mate.
He's no Ian Hewitson, let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
I just found it interesting. Like, I went over there, I patted Sport Guy on the back. So this is how it went down. So a cafe, I see Sport Guy and Wayne Carey.
Yep.
I wander over there, I pat Sport Guy on the back, go, hey, Ty. Wayne steps in, goes, hey, mate. Like, just pushes it out like I was going to say hi to him. And I pretended like I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Good on you.
I gave him a, oh, hey, man. And then I just walked off.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, you'll go in and you'll take all the necessary photographs with Ian Hewitson.
Of course.
Get the whole crew in, set up the lighting.
Sure.
Get the makeup done, costuming, get that image, send it off to the masses, frame it. Send it off to all your relatives for Christmas gifts, things of that nature.
Of course.
But
when it comes to Wayne Carey...
Yeah. Hey, man, how are you?
It's really... it says a lot, doesn't it? Because, you and me had Greg Brown on the show.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago. It was a great episode. Listen to it. If you like Greg Brown, or if you like us, either way. It's probably the Greg Brown thing, but that's all right. So we have Ian Hewitson, took a photo with him.
Yep.
Greg Barrett, we had in the show.
Present in the studios.
Didn't take a photo with him.
No.
Didn't get any photo.
No.
Didn't get him to sign anything. No proof that he was actually on the show. Wayne Carey, pretend not to even know him. That's the ladder of fame that we see with people. So
exactly right.
That's why I don't know where I was going with that one, but there you go.
No, that's good. I think it's good insight into the daily life of Joshua.
High on sugar
and his celebrity encounters.
Well, here's another thing as well. Speaking of people saying hello, which is a common greeting in Australia. Man, I'm high on sugar.
I'm on my second snake now.
Do it.
I just want to ask you: am I allowed to eat the dinosaur? Like,
that's fine.
Or
man.
Can I like?
Don't you dare chocolate.
That's not a metaphor. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you want to eat the dinosaur,
stop looking at me like that. Well, I'm not going to eat the dinosaur, Josh.
Yeah.
Every time we're at a conference, a sales conference, we've had a few drinks in us. You're always asking me to eat the dinosaur.
Eat the dinosaur.
And
which you never do. You never oblige.
I'm not going to do that, especially on the cast.
Listen, we're pretty good friends. We've known each other for a while.
Yep.
I just think that at some point you've got to give me a blowy. Anyway, so someone else said hi to me earlier in the week, T-Mac. Actually, it was earlier today.
Okay.
All right. I'm about to jump in a lift, and you know when you sort of look around your surroundings when you're about to jump in a lift, and you see if you know anyone.
So you're talking about when you're inside the lift, it's already going up, and you jump. Because I like to do that with people. Like I like to stand in front of the doors, facing the back of the elevator, so basically facing everybody, and just jump up and down.
Just jump up and down.
watch people's reactions.
Sure.
Because
what are you trying to achieve?
That's what you mean by jumping in the lift, right?
Yeah. So I go in the lift, I jump.
Yeah.
You know that will stop the lift, and it freaks a lot of people out.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I love doing it. It's the best.
So you've actually done that before.
I have. Yeah.
You have had an occasion where you've been in a lift.
I just watch their faces.
Sure.
I watch their faces.
Okay. But how do you do that when you're facing the other way?
Yeah. No, I'm facing them.
Oh.
My back's to the door when I'm inside. Which is, to start off, that's unorthodox. That's unorthodox.
That is clever.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that a lot.
Why does everybody have to face forward? Like, what is this? What
That's
are we?
a good point.
Is this the elevator to hell?
And also, people go. So this is the how it goes. So first person that goes in, back corner.
Yeah.
Second person that goes in, other back corner. Third person, front corner. Fourth person, front corner. And then people start.
And then let everybody feel in the center.
And then everyone feels in the center.
And then in watch T-Mac. And he faces everybody with his back to the door.
Your fucking hand in the air, pointing to the sky,
jumping up and down,
blowing kisses, jumping up and down. It's a crazy party. So I'm waiting for a lift. All right, I'm still on the level at this point. Right, so I haven't jumped in a lift yet.
Okay,
haven't walked onto a lift.
Understand.
And I have a look at my surroundings. There's a few people around. Don't know them, so I don't say hi to anyone. Naturally,
yeah.
I just chill, look at myself in the mirror, just take it easy. All right. Jump in the lift and walk into the lift, and I go, "Oh, hey, Josh," and I turn around thinking that I, reveal someone that I know, and then I can, have a little conversation with them, a little polite lift conversation with them. Don't know who this chick is.
Okay.
At all. Absolutely no idea. Don't know where she works. Don't know what she does. And
where was this lift?
This is on level 3
of the building.
On our level, yeah.
So you don't know where she works.
I know where she works.
She's wandering in for an elevator ride.
Yes, yeah. So she's come off the street.
She's going to the top level for a hot dog and a sunbathe, something like that.
She needed some hot water, so she came up to our level, went into the kitchen, off the street, and actually got a visitor's pass at security. Came up to our level,
said, "Hey, Josh,"
and then guessed my name.
Yeah, totally.
But then she was having back to reality. She was having an actual conversation with me about stuff. She's like, "Oh, I'm so busy with Zoe not here." Zoe's a chick that's gone to America at the moment, and she's like, "So busy with Zoe not here." So I'm like, "All right, well, she works in Zoe's team. That's what I know."
Okay.
Still no idea how she knows me.
Sure.
And she was really fond of me. She likes me. She was giggling. She was having a bit of a chat, and that was my
Would you go there or?
Would I? Have I? Is the question that you should be asking.
Good point.
Mr. T-Mac, because it was an interesting lift ride, hit the emergency stop, and then, we got to know each other, if you know what I'm saying.
I gotcha. Okay, great.
She chopped the dinosaur, or whatever you...
Yeah, she ate the dinosaur.
She ate the dinosaur in her mouth, full dinosaur, didn't take up that much room.
Okay.
Generational.
One of them, two of them, say the crew of them, I will wind them. Could a three of them, could a four of them, even more of them, I will grind them. Send the whole of them, friend. All of them, pack up with y'all, dirty wine. So what am I say? Alright now, me step in at the club, I dance over the dog, and that girl come and wind up on me. Me stand so tall back against the wall, I know she start climbing up on me.
Thanks for that, Diplo, our resident DJ for Generational. Diplo, everybody.
I like that he just comes in and he just does little live sets for us. It's cool.
He's 15 seconds and then he's
got to run.
He's got places to go.
He's got to go back to where is it? He's in England.
I think he's based in England. Yeah,
Boston, Chicago, something like that.
Mexico, Bangladesh.
All right, dude. I want to get into this straight away because we have been
have a lolly.
We have been stalked. I'm going to have a dinosaur right now. Okay.
We've been stalked.
We've been stalked.
So the Generational Boys have been stalked.
Generational Boys have been stalked. It's an elaborate scheme for something. I don't know what this company's intention is. It's a tech company, okay? Sure. I won't name the tech company. We'll call them XYZ Tech.
XYZ Tech. Great name.
XYZ Tech.
Great name.
XYZ Tech.
Okay.
Get it because it's Gen X, Gen Y, the Z in between.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So it all started with a tweet.
Right.
We suddenly got a tweet to the Boys Generational. It simply said, no hi, nothing, just, I was wondering if I could be featured on your podcast or something. I would love to help out and enjoy technology and social.
You haven't talked. We don't talk to each other about.
I have not told you about this, dude.
Because we don't talk during the week about stuff. If you have something for the podcast, you keep it to yourself.
I saw this tweet at about midnight last night. I was about to hit set, and I saw it. I'm like, what the hell is this? Right?
Okay. Right. So what did you respond?
And it's been going through today. And
so what did he say? He said.
So he said. I was wondering if I could be featured on your podcast or something.
Featured on the podcast, okay.
I would love to help out and enjoy technology and social.
Well, that's nice.
Right.
Isn't that nice?
Based solely on the fact that we have a half-assed tech segment and we have a podcast that gets out to people which quantifies or qualifies as being social.
It's a tech
right?
update.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a tech update social. So XYZ Media, who the hell are these guys? Or technology, who are these guys?
Never heard of
What's
them.
this guy after? Whatever.
Yeah.
So I Google it.
Yeah.
So I Google the guy.
XYZ.
I go to their website.
Yeah.
And what I disclose, dude, is going to just like, what the hell is going on?
It's going to blow our listeners' minds.
It's going to blow. You're going to be blown out of the water. So I get the feeling these guys maybe aren't as professional as they appear to come off. You know, they want to be a part of the podcast. We're very interested in technology and social.
But we're a step above. We're a high level podcast.
This is true. So I go to their website and a few other things. This is what they say. Okay, so essentially, I'm just trying to figure out who they are, what they do. But the website gives no indication of what they do at all. It's just a bunch of garble. For example, we don't have 24-hour support team at all. But we can.
And then it goes on.
And then the next line, we can 247 support team.
I see what they did there.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
So they can't do 24/7. So they're not around 24/7.
No. We don't have 24-hour support team.
Okay.
But we can 24/7 support team. Our 247 support team will guide you step by step to know all about cameras, Kindle Fires, and other devices.
Well, Kindle Fires. So I know a Kindle.
Yeah.
What's
Kindle's
a Kindle?
Kindle's an ebook, right?
That's like an ebook, but what's
an
Kindle,
e-reader?
What's a Kindle Fire? Because Kindle obviously is Kindle Fire a thing. Before I start,
I really don't know.
Before I start talking and saying
I'll have
stuff.
to contact XYZ to find that out.
Well, let's talk about that next week. Yeah, let's look in. Yeah.
So again, we don't have 24-hour support team at all, but we can design technicians.
Okay, so they design them.
They can design technicians.
Yeah.
Our design technicians help us configure how to display and design our technology the way it's designed to be.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, so that we can use the technology properly.
I'm lost. I am completely lost. I don't know what's going on. What do they do? Are they some sort of...
At this stage, I'm thinking, okay, maybe, it might kind of fall into our tech update.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're talking about, nor do they, clearly.
Yeah.
Nor do they have any clue, any idea whatsoever.
We're on par when it comes to understanding the market that we're in.
I'm starting to rethink, okay.
Yeah. Maybe we're the same,
We equally know nothing. We know fuck all.
Yeah.
I mean, we might know a little bit more about writing properly.
We know.
The service wrap-up. Okay, just like what we do. These are our services. Here's our service wrap-up. Just because XYZ Text does only online help, doesn't mean we can't help you just go to the link that says online help.
Right.
There, THEIR, you can get almost all the info you need to know, almost enough to become a tech wizard master.
Almost. See, they're not making guarantees here. They're not saying, you know what, if you work with us, you're going to be a tech wizard master.
Oh, a tech wizard master.
See, you're not.
Master.
Because you're not. Like, you can never make that guarantee. Apple wouldn't make that guarantee.
Of course not.
So what they're saying is, hey, get involved with us, and we'll give you what you need, maybe, to become a tech wizard master.
They'll give you almost all the info you need to know almost enough to become a tech wizard master. So they'll almost give you enough information to almost become.
I think that's a fraction versus so that they'll give you an eighth of the information you need to know, I think.
Exactly right. And
so almost enough would be like half, and then almost of almost is another half. So they'll give you like a quarter.
Or a 16th, something like that. But I like, just because XYZ Tech does only online help, okay, just because we do only online help, doesn't mean we can't help you just go to the link that says online help.
Right.
Okay?
So you call up. so someone calls up. So I call you, you're working with this. I'm just looking to get some online help.
Yeah, sorry, what time is it?
It is 2:30 in the afternoon.
We don't do 24-hour service. I'll transfer you to our 247 department.
Okay. Hello, this is 247 department.
Hi, how are you?
Oh yeah, I'm really well.
Yeah, good.
How can I help you?
Well, you called for me, yeah?
Mm.
You want 247 support.
Now I'm confused because I thought I became this dude.
My apologies.
You know what? It's fine. That was good. That's still good though.
Yeah,
because I was trying to get at when they do the online help and they just It's
so needless to say, I tweeted the guy back. I'm like, look.
Yes, we will.
I don't think. I actually made a decision, executive generational decision to say, I don't think we can work together. Really.
Yeah. Well, I think. Yeah. Well, they kind of did get a feature.
And his final tweet back to me was, "Okay, if you ever want to, if you ever do plan to advertise, please contact me."
So it was about advertising the whole time.
What the hell, dude? What the hell?
I'm confused.
Stalked by an idiot.
Generational@gmail.com. T-Mac, I had an interesting Saturday night last weekend.
Talk to me.
And I wanted to run you through it because it was so crazy. It was one of the craziest I've ever had in my life. Not because of what I remember, but because of what I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I mean is, I've never had a night before where I have had a complete blackout. I've had nights where I've been really, really drunk, and I've, you're drunk, but you still remember most of the night. You know what I mean?
Coherent. You remember bits and pieces.
You remember bits and pieces.
You're able to tie them all together in the morning.
You're like, that's right. That happened.
Somebody mentioned something. It clicks a memory.
Yeah. That's right. That's what.
But this time,
complete blackout.
Okay.
So I remember.
Been there.
Remember being at pre-drinks at my mate's house.
Mm-hmm.
I remember planning to leave. We'd just given our friends the keys to drive us in one of our friends' sister's cars.
Yep.
Right. We were about to walk out. From that point, darkness.
Nothing.
Wake up the next morning. No recollection of the night. Zero recollection of the entire night.
Recall nothing.
Blackout Saturday.
Entire night. Saturday blackout.
So I'm starting a thing. This so it was last Saturday. So it was the 30th of April or something.
Yeah. You don't remember.
Every month, I don't remember. Complete blackout.
Yeah.
We'll have you and me will go out for lunch or something. Blackout Saturday.
Okay.
Remember it every
year. Okay.
So 1 year anniversary of Blackout Saturday. It's kind of nice. It's kind of like Friday.
Blackouts.
It happens, right?
Well, they used to be a big part of my life.
Yeah, okay.
A big part.
So
of my
you're
life.
used to it.
Oh my God!
You're skilled in the art of Blackout Saturdays.
I went to university in a really big party school in San Diego.
Right.
And blackouts were just a part of life, man.
It was a thing.
No, I took them completely.
They had classes on it, yeah.
Completely. And, I usually was only really reminded of what happened when I was in court the next time for some kind of statutory
You wake up in court and they're like, can the plaintiff please?
Or you wake up in the holding cell, whatever it may be. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, those
just
are...
natural,
yeah,
whatever.
Absolutely,
it's not a big deal. Have you had any antsy... Because I had my sister with me, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I very well could have died. Or something could have happened to me because I had absolutely no control, T-Mac.
Yeah.
And when I get drunk, stuff happens.
Sure.
Okay? I feel like if I didn't have my sister there who told me the next day that she was just taking care of me all night, that was her job, that something bad could have happened. I could have not gotten home, you know what I mean? It could have been bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, on blackout times I've had in the past where people have actually told me what I've done or where I was or whatever, I'm very surprised I did make it home.
So you've had some antsy,
well.
you've had some antsy situations.
Oh, hairball.
Because you've told me that you like to roam around when you go out.
Yeah, well, that used to be my thing. I used to just stray from the crowd.
Yeah.
And
you're a roamer.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, all right. I went to school in San Diego. One time Mexico. We used to go down to Mexico. We used to go to Tijuana at about 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon.
Right.
Just you finish classes on Friday, you go to Tijuana. Cheap ass booze, everything.
Really cheap.
One time I went with a group of my mates, completely loaded. Got really late at night. Was walking behind them and somehow strayed from the crowd.
Sure.
And I guess I had maybe made some inappropriate comment to a federale police officer.
It happens
in Mexico.
It happens these days.
Hey, amigo, hey, vaca chinga tomate, something like that, which means
you're a tomato.
Fuck your mother. And so something like that happened. I'm not sure what. Before I knew it, I was cuffed and thrown in the back of a police car in Mexico.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Tijuana.
Completely drunk as well.
Completely
loaded. Is this a blackout night or is this
loaded? Yeah, I think so. I mean, goddamn, I have no idea. Whatever the case was, they proceeded to drive me around Tijuana.
This is legit.
Tijuana, Mexico.
Yeah, okay.
Completely legit. No knowledge of where I was going.
So they had taken you. Were you at a part? Were you at a club? Were you
No,
at a
we were
party?
walking along the street. Just walking along one of the main
Holy
boulevards.
shit.
The main boulevard is Revolucion Boulevard. Everybody knows it, and there's just mad college students all around. And so these federales, what they do is they'll latch onto someone like me who's just barely struggling to walk down the road, and they'll try to extort you for money.
Okay.
Any type of money. It could be $20, it could be whatever.
How do they do that though? What do they do?
They just threaten you. They make you scared. Sometimes they'll take you out to a little concrete block out in the middle of nowhere. Get you out of the car, throw you in there. They don't really abuse you physically, but there's a threat there. There's always a threat.
But
there.
you're hammered, so
yeah, exactly.
They're saying you, Ahmed, if you don't give me money, then we'll hurt you.
Yeah, except it's Mexico, not Italy. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
I think there was like a mix of France and there was something else going on there
France,
anyway. And you're just like, I don't know what's going on. You have no idea what's going on.
Hombre, what you got for us? You go to? Ooh, I wouldn't.
That's
do
like
it.
kind of gangster. It's like kind of creepy Latino dance instructor is what you had just then.
Allow me to eat a milk bottle while I finish the story.
Yeah.
So they drove me around for a good hour or so like that, apparently, and I was like starting to shit myself, not knowing where I was going.
You were starting to after an hour.
Well, I almost was starting to. I got some advice from XYZ.
Yeah. You called him up.
I'm going to Mexico.
Uh-huh.
What kind of advice do you give me? Yeah. Well, if you get in a situation, we can almost tell you. On a way of sort of getting out of the situation.
So you're in the trunk. You called them up. You called up the helpline, and you're like, "Hey, I'm in the back of a truck. 2 Mexican federale have kidnapped me, and they're trying to get money on me. Okay, have you plugged it in at the wall? Try unplugging the federale and plugging them back in."
So eventually, when they realized I had no money, they actually just took off the cuffs, threw me out the back door, and left me.
How did they work out you had no
blindly.
money?
Well, I just kept telling them.
I got no money, man.
No tengo dinero.
And what did they say to that? Were they like,
they said, why are you asking for a taco? I'm like, because I only took first year Spanish in high school. So it's like, why do you keep asking us for food?
So you learned how to get a taco.
Yeah.
And you just utilized that in any position.
I thought
it was about the tone.
I was in Mexico. I thought it worked for everything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it did, obviously.
They let me go.
Like, you know what? This guy likes tacos. We're going to let him on.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. That's
so they finally let me. And I found my way back to the crowd and my mates. Believe it or not, too. I was just walking out. Everybody I was seeing, Revolucion Avenue, Revolucion. They thought I was some fucking.
Well, let's celebrate that every year at Blackout Saturday. We should run an event. We'll have a party next year, a Generational Boys Blackout Saturday party.
Yes,
Mexican themed, and we'll get the XYZ people down there. Something occurred to me the other day, T-Mac. It's an analogy, a metaphor, if you will, but. When you see a girl wearing a pair of jeans, right?
Yes.
Now stay with me here,
okay?
Because it's going to go somewhere.
Okay.
So you see a girl, she wears jeans, right? And she looks good. She looks good in these jeans because these jeans are cut well.
Sure.
Right? But all the room in the jeans are taken up, right? And you know the only thing really keeping that shape together
is that button.
And
the zipper.
And what happens when you undo that button, undo that zipper, and pull everything out? Is it as good as it is in the jeans? Is my question for you, T-Mac. I don't think it is.
I think normally it would be a flesh tsunami.
Well, that's
of sorts,
and that's what is fearful for me because you just don't know anymore, do you?
You don't,
because jeans are made well.
They are, but I still think. I know the reason why most of them look well, even on girls who have no body whatsoever. Or too much body, I should say, is because the stretch denim.
Yeah.
The stretch denim.
Right.
It hugs them while still giving a little bit of release room. So, because in the old days, you could tell when some chick just rammed it in a pair of jeans.
Yeah, because there was like muffin things going on.
Big time. And
it's
like at the button, man, like it was just so sucked in and just wrong.
Yeah, and there was like little, trying to come out the pockets.
A bit of camel toe, whatever it may
be.
Yeah, these days there's a little bit of pushback.
Because there's a female in the office place. And you can tell she's not a thin, slender girl, but she's got a tiny waist. But everything else, like she's kind of got that hourglass look, T-Mac.
Yep.
And when she wears a tight pair of jeans, it looks magnificent. But you kind of know that take those jeans off. I mean, how is it the same?
What happens when she wears a dress? Have you seen her wear a dress?
She always kind of wears tight stuff, and it's okay, but it seems big.
Yeah.
It seems big, and when she wears jeans, it doesn't seem as big because it's all sort of tight and it's sort of brought in because denim's like a lot I don't know. Anyway, it's a lot like parenthood, really, isn't it? When you think about it. Right?
Keep going.
Stay with me.
Keep going.
The genes are the parents. The discipline.
Yes.
That the parents put onto the children, the fat.
If you give it too much freedom, it's going to run rampant. It's going to just splash everywhere like a child just running from his parents.
It's going to be screaming. It's going to be knocking over shit at the shops. It's going to be hitting other kids, stealing their food.
Dude.
You know? So what you do is you zip up.
You harness it all in.
The discipline.
Yes, it's the discipline. Genes are discipline.
Slip your kids into a pair of discipline jeans. You button it up, you zip it up, and the kids they just stay in there.
The kids.
Yeah, the kids. Well, that works on a few different levels now. So
eat the dinosaur with the kids.
So feel free, everyone, to utilise that saying from now. Tight jeans are just like parenthood and discipline, and they keeps the kids behaved. It's a good saying.
It's a nice, concise, short saying. I like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been noticing some people in the workforce lately that are big time liars.
Right.
Okay, big time liars.
You call me.
Okay.
My name's Courtney.
Yeah.
Alright. And I own a florist.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't want it to come out that way. I was going to make the accusation, see if you copped up to it, but you came right out, and so fair enough.
Alright, what do you got? For
so,
me?
Courtney.
Yeah.
There's this woman we work with. Mm-hmm. I won't say her name. Actually, I wasn't even going to disclose the sex. Let's just call it it's not a woman, actually.
What is it?
No, it's a platypus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a platypus at the office.
So I got a little bit of story about a platypus, and the platypus.
I like how you use an Australian animal as well.
Yeah,
just to get our listeners excited.
That's right.
I can relate to the story.
I'm not going to say a Bengal. You know what I'm saying?
Then I was like, that's not an Australian animal.
Our South African listeners will appreciate that, but we'll kind of ostracize some of our Malvern.
We probably have more American listeners. Don't you agree?
Yeah, probably more American.
I mean, there's Bat and Mo, and there's Greg, probably, maybe.
Yeah, Bat and Mo.
What did I say? I didn't say Bat and Mo.
Bat and Mo.
I said Matt and Bo, didn't I?
No, you
said I say Bat and Mo.
Bat and Mo.
That is terrible.
That's tight. I like that.
Fellas. I'm sorry, fellas.
Bat in the hatches, Mo. We're going out.
And then we got Dave. Dave from Sydney. There's a new listener.
Oh yeah. Dave.
Our mate Dave.
Dave from Singler.
And we got Andy, obviously.
Singler. I said Singler.
Did you say? You didn't say Singler.
Sydney and something else I mixed.
Yeah, it's all right.
Sydney.
We'll talk about that.
Anyway, so there's this chick. There's this platypus. And the platypus has a little habit about just being fantastical about the platypus's life.
Exaggerates stuff.
But the platypus's life, I think, completely fabricates things is more along the line.
Okay.
For example, one time the platypus was sitting in on one of our morning meetings. Okay, he didn't smell that great. The platypus. Yeah. But he was sitting there, his little beak was coming out.
Yeah, he's fucking touching himself.
He had some good input for some things. But the manager at the meeting, just having a little bit of a snake.
You having a snake?
Yeah, I'm having a snake.
Pink snake.
The manager was asking people what everybody do for the weekend.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do? Anybody do anything exciting? Yeah, I went to the club. Yeah, I went down to the beach. Yeah.
Was that me?
No. What'd you do, platypus? Not much. Got married. Did this. Did that. What? Huh? Sorry.
Married.
Sorry. Yeah, I got married.
Well, obviously I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, I got married.
Because that was a crazy night.
Got married.
Yeah.
Right. Got married.
Definitely.
Blackout night.
Blackout, just got married.
Yeah.
You know, don't you hate that? You wake up the next morning, I got married again.
I married a platypus.
Damn it.
There must have been some honeymoon though, dude. That was some kinky, flappy shit.
I'll tell you what, eating the dinosaur is not easy when you have a beak. Alright? It's not fun for anybody. It's just not the same. So, why do you think the platypus does crazy stuff like this? So you don't...
I don't know.
Yeah.
So the other day the platypus comes up to me. I knew the platypus had the day off the previous day.
Right.
So I said, "Hey, platypus, how are you?
Hey, platypus. Hey, Platty.
You're looking good.
Hey, P-Dow.
Hey, P-Puss." And
nice.
Platypus comes up and goes, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Well, what happened to you? You weren't in the meeting yesterday. You had the day off?" Yeah, I had the day off.
Had the day off, yeah.
Okay, what'd you do? Go out and build a dam or some shit like that? No, had a funeral.
Had a funeral?
Oh, you had a funeral. Oh, really? Okay, I'm curious. Whose funeral was that?
Whose funeral? Yeah, you weren't like, condolences. You just knew straight away that there was... whose funeral, huh?
If you, dude, I need to catch platypus out. Platypus, you can't just whack out a funeral with no real remorse. If it's a day off to go to a funeral, what? You didn't care too much about that person?
Yeah.
Enough to go...
Like it was a friend's auntie or something.
Something like that.
Then you wouldn't care, I guess, you know.
But Platypus says, no, it was, I'll use a name, it was Henry's brother's mother's funeral.
Who's Henry to the Platypus?
So Henry is supposedly is the fictitious spouse.
Yeah. Could be male or female,
of
Henry.
said platypus.
Could be male or female.
I mean, how? Mel. It was Mel. Yeah, Mel.
Mel the platypus, or Mel the spouse of the platypus.
Exactly right. So
is the spouse.
So
of
it was
also?
Mel's. It was Mel's. I saw Platypus's mind just working like. Okay, I said Mel. Now, oh no, I think I used Mel's brother's funeral last time, so it must be Mel's brother's mother. Mel's brother's mother's. Yeah.
Let's work back.
Yeah.
Mel's brothers. So Mel's brother's mother
is Platypus's spouse's
Mel
mother.
So it could have just been Mel's mother. They could have
exactly.
skipped. They could have skipped the brother portion of that little explanation.
Well, therein lies the discrepancy,
there you
as
go.
I should say.
So what
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to look it up, but I think there is a chronic lying.
It's a thing
with platypus.
It must be a thing. It's a platypus thing. It's the
is.
beaks.
It's
They're
totally
dodgy. They can't eat dinosaurs.
They can't speak the truth, man.
Yeah, they clamp on your willy, and right at the end, like just when it scrapes, because they got little teeth at the end of the beak, and then it's not great for anybody.
Eat the dinosaur.
Well, we covered the hot topics, T-Mac. We it's hard hitting these podcasts lately, and I think we got through some solid stuff. Should we go through like we always do now of sort of cap up everything that we've done? We sort of started off with a story about me talking to people at cafes and in lifts.
Yep.
We talked about you jumping up and down in lifts.
We did.
Then we made a relation between eating a dinosaur lolly and blowjobs.
Something to that effect.
That was nice. And then it's a bit of a blur for me for the rest of it. So.
Well, yeah, I get it. Yeah, there you go. We spoke about blackouts. We've established annual blackout day. The entire time we've been eating the dinosaur too, so that's nice. It's we've just been eating the dinosaur the whole time we've been speaking too.
Yeah, absolutely. So the last Saturday of every April, I reckon, T-Mac, is when we do Blackout Saturday. So next year, let's legit do this. Now, in a year's time, we'll be obviously in a different place in our lives.
Yeah.
Let's have a party. Let's have a Blackout Saturday party. Everyone has to get hammered drunk. Roofies all round. All the chicks are going to wake up in dudes' places that they don't know who they are, married to platypuses, and it's going to be one crazy night.
That's it. And the last thing I just want to stipulate with relation to the Generational podcast, we don't have 24-hour support, but we will be establishing a 247 support service.
Yeah, which is completely different. It's a different thing.
Yeah, so
it's not as helpful.
Don't try to get us after hours, but if you do want to get some advice on something of how tech works and how you can make tech work the way tech is supposed to work when tech is your friend, contact the 247 service that we have. But not 24 hours.
Not 24 hours, but you can do it after hours if you want.
This is true. And we design technicians too, so we can design a technician to suit your need.
There you go. That's just a couple of platypi doing their thing.
That's it.
It's a platypi or...
I'm emulating a beak here.
Yeah, that sounds like two groins.
Do they have beaks?
They do have beaks, yeah.
Are they considered beaks?
I think they're a marsupial. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're probably not a marsupial, but they're an Australian rat-like animal that's sort of wombat-sized.
Yeah.
And then they got beaks.
Yeah.
That's the nutshell. They're fucked. They're a weird animal.
The bottom of the food chain.
I'm glad you brought them up.
In saying that, go out there, eat the dinosaur, and we support any eating of the dinosaur you may do.
Marry your local platypus because they eat the dinosaur. Oh, they don't eat the dinosaur very well. We've already made that pretty clear, haven't we?
Yeah.
Just marry a platypus.
Alright, well that should do it for us today. I think we're done.
Okay, we're done. We were done
5 minutes ago.
About a year ago.
60 episodes ago.
Late.